Welcome back to part 2 of this week's wrap-up in the garden at Fruitopia. Just wanted to show you all the changes and update around the garden, which I haven't done for a while. This is the cherry moya fino de hete, which I only removed half the leaves from. The fruit stopped growing in size, pretty much the same where it was at the beginning of spring, September. So yeah, you got to get these growing early in summer, otherwise they won't fully mature, and that's what happened here this year with cherry moya. I have some awesome news on the Pinkerton avocado. Remember those fruitlets I showed you last week? Well, they're no longer fruitlets. Now they're fruit. And there's a lot. There's a lot of them, guys. There's a lot. Look, I mean, I can't even count how many there are. There's so many. So I'm pretty rapt that the tree, after 3 years, well, in the third year in ground, is starting to pay off. See all the fruit? And up there as well. There's about 5 or 6 to each cluster. See that? There's 4 right there. And 4 or 5 here. So great news. Great news. Look at that, 3 right there. And 1 there, that's 4. And so on. Everywhere it's gonna stand out in about 2 weeks when I come and do a update on the avocados. How exciting is that? There's like 5 there, 5, 5, 6, 5, 4, 5, 5, 4, 4. It's like gonna be mega. A mega bounty of Pinkerton. And no matter where I go around the tree, it's the same. Right? Look. 2 there, 3rd one there, 4th one there, 4 and 5 to each cluster. Look at this big one here. That's probably the biggest. Definitely no longer a fruitlet. They usually fall when they're that size. See that one? They fall around that size. But once they get to that size, they're not going to fall unless you bump into it and knock it off. So a bit small still, but I'll do another video in about a week or 2, and it'll be great to confirm, because that'll be a confirmation once they get to the size of a cherry tomato, that they're not going to drop. Bananas are doing really good back here along the back fence. I got 2 different varieties. I think Goldfinger, which is the main one I grow, and that's the new one I planted a couple of years ago, called Pisan Ceylon. And we have a banana blossom on its way on this one here, which is very exciting. You can see the fruit there inside coming, the bananas. And on the other side there's another one ready to shoot open I don't know if you can see it up there. I'll go on the other side. Oh, it's so windy today. Wow. Yeah, that's the other one. Ready to shoot open. See that? In any day now. So that one, and got one there that just opened last week. So even with all this wind, guys, even with all this wind, the bananas do fine. This is out in the open, very little protection. It's getting some protection from the bungalow here and from the fence down there. But when they're up that high, there's not much protection up there. The lemon verbena is coming back from a couple of months of leaf drop. Drops its leaves in late winter, early spring. That is August, September. And now it's back to business. And I butchered it. Can you see how I butchered it here? To keep it short, because it grows over the bungalow. It goes over that roof up there. It goes over that in autumn, which is March, April, May. Yeah, so very vigorous. The lemon verbena, which we use for tea. I have it growing right next to my oldest pineapple guava, which is now 15 years old. And that needs to be butchered as well next year. It's grown too big, way too big, way too big. It's like 3.5 meters tall by 3 meters wide. And that's the other side of it. Bird of Paradise has opened. A stunning ornamental to give us that feeling of the tropics. Look how beautiful that is. Wow. This is the giant bird of paradise, by the way. And giant it is. Looks like it's sending out a second flower up here. In there. See that? There you go. These are the regular birds of paradise, but much smaller ones, which are also very attractive. I also wanted to show you guys this, if I can focus. Focusing issues and wind issues. Okay, let's try again. Okay. Another one back from the dead. Like the red Malaysian guava. We have this guy back. So, 1, 2, and 3 signs of new life. See that? I'm talking about this guy here. The Rollinia. The in-ground Rollinia, which I thought was a goner, is back, guys. Looks like a dead stick, doesn't it? But it's back. Wow. I got lucky. on 2 of them. They came back. Just have to wait for it to push some more growth. Here is also a lot of new growth on the black sapote, the Tahiti variety, and that's pretty cool. It's getting a lot of protection here. Hi. Underneath the ice cream bean and bananas, and these lilies and the sugar cane all around, and the avocado. So it's getting protected from 5 different points. Still a small guy. I planted him only a year ago when the mango died. He made it like a champion through winter, and now look at this. So they can take the winter here, no problem. Anyone in Melbourne that is wondering about black sapote chocolate pudding fruit, will it grow in Melbourne? Outdoors, in ground? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. There's evidence of that. No problem. Uh-oh. We have fruit coming. First fruit. This is still a fruitlet on the Fuerte avocado, which has been in the ground only for 2 years. Wow. I think this is why the Pinkerton was able to set so much fruit this year, thanks to the Fuerte, which is only 6 feet away from the Pinkerton. Wow, that's the first fruit that I've ever seen on the Fuerte. Prickly pear, coming along nicely. I put this in the ground a couple of years ago, but it snapped off in this wind. It didn't like the wind and it snapped. I might have to see that, the wind. Yeah, I might have to put a look at the stake I used. It's a straw, a drinking straw. I might have to put a decent stake there so it doesn't snap again this summer. And look what bit it. Someone took a bite of it. Who on earth would bite prickly pear? Look at that. Wow. Must be delicious. Another tamarillo that I put in a pot at the beginning of winter or end of autumn, around May, right? 5 months ago. Didn't do much at all in winter, just sat there. But now in spring, wow, look how it took off in a pot. Guys, yes, you can grow these in pots. That's the largest pot I have. Don't ask me the size, I don't know what the size is, but it was the largest one I had at the big box store called Bunnings. And I'm gonna get a lot of fruit as well. And you can also, by growing it in a pot. It doesn't have to be in the ground. Look, see that? An abundant, just as much fruit as it gives you in the ground, it'll give you in a pot. This is the red variety. All of them are red. I was growing the orange one last year. I think the red one is superior. Right? Fruit everywhere, or flowers. These flowers will turn to fruit, and most of them do turn to fruit. They're not just pretty flowers that drop. So the Tamarillo, subtropical, easy to grow in ground and in a large pot. Go for it. These are the Kiwis growing along my, what would that be? 5 meter long vine, which I've had here for exactly 20 years. Oh man, this kiwi vine has gone through so much. Even the whole fence collapsing. They're pretty heavy when they're full of fruit. So be careful where you plant the kiwi. I had to put up these stakes and wire because this little crappy trellis here, it collapsed. It fell over. I had to put it back up again. It can't hold the kiwi fruit. And I'm getting a great bounty this year. I'm pretty rapt, pretty ecstatic about that. All across. Not as much as the record amount that I used to get back in the old days, but still pretty happy. Still, some flowers haven't even opened. They're still buds. Looks like we'll get about 100 fruit. The avocados are making an absolute mess right now because they're dropping their old leaves. This is winter time for avocados. They're shedding their winter, it's spring, right? But they're shedding their leaves in spring. And they're getting little fruitlets. This is the Hass. And so the cool thing is you can grow avocados right next to kiwi and apple when these apples come back from being butchered. And there's the tropicals from dailies in full sun. The sun is in and out today. I don't think we'll go to the beach if it stays cloudy. Right? That's their full sun position. 10 hours of sun a day. Right there. Right there, but cloudy. My tomatoes are happy in the ground now for a week with these tomato trainers so they don't fall over in the wind. And over there the zucchinis, and over there grapes. Yeah, cold and subtropical all at the same time. Nectarine, dwarf nectarine, and bananas all at once, guys. A temperate climate has it all. Looks like the yacon that's growing in the pot is doing so much better than the ones in the ground. So much better. I think the pepino mancha and mandarin mancha and guava mancha is gone. How do I know that? Because he missed this. How could he miss it? It's the largest pepino I've ever grown. Look at that. How could he miss it? Huh? Did he just decide to stop eating and go on a diet? So guys, look at this pepino. A whopper. We're gonna enjoy this one. Look at that. Huh? Weighs at least a kilo or more. This is what I mean by a mess. This is the lamb Hass. Look at all these leaves. I've never seen anything like it. The tree's almost bare. It's almost bare. Wow. Amazing. Check out the lychee. Lychee. Doing its thing. Pretty happy about that. Here's the Kohala Langan also waking up finally, unlike the Chompu, which woke up back in September. Yeah, this one is a little slow, but now it's moving. This is the Subel White Sapote. Looks like it's going to give us our first fruit ever after 4 years. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. the two-part update for late spring at Fruitopia. Please like, share and subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you from the next video.